speed. It's the one thing that can't be coached, can't be faked, can't be denied. In the NFL, speed makes legends. But who is truly the fastest return man we've ever seen? Devin Hester, the man who turned kickoffs into nightmares, or KaVontae Turpin, the Cowboys' modern-day lightning bolt? One is already immortal.
Finds a little room, 30, look out, across the 40. He's got the punter to beat, 45, right sideline, 40, 30. He's to the 20, got a picket line, he'll score, touchdown, Chicago. Devin Hester, the rookie, takes it all the way back.
From the 18. Brady bucks Devin Hester into the open field. And Hester picks up another block. Devin Hester, the punter to beat. He beat him. Devin Hester, all the way. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. It's just incredible.
The other is still writing his story.
And around with some room to operate inside the 5 and into the end zone. KaVontae Turpin.
Matter late in the game.
Johnson keeps it, nice pass, and that's a touchdown, KaVontae Turpin. Was one of the wide receivers with Carson Wentz there. Perez, pump fake, going deep. He's got Turpin. Oh, dropped it in the basket. What a catch.
Today we find out who really wears the crown. Devin Hester was born in Riviera Beach, Florida in 1982. His childhood wasn't easy. His father passed away when Devin was only 10. Football wasn't just a game. It was his escape, his way of coping with loss. At the University of Miami, Hester couldn't be contained to one position. He played cornerback, receiver, and most famously, returner. Wherever the Hurricanes needed electricity, Hester provided it. When he entered the NFL in 2006, scouts questioned if he had elite top-end speed. At the combine, he ran a 4.41.40. Good, but not blazing. And yet, once he stepped onto an NFL field with the Chicago Bears, numbers didn't matter anymore. He became a weapon teams feared so much that coaches would rather kick out of bounds than risk giving him the ball. We think every time he goes back to receive the kick that something special is about to happen. There has never been another player like him. He's unbelievable. A guy like Devin Hester can do just about anything you ask him to do. What he did in his first 3 years in the league, no one's ever done it. In the Packers game, he returned the punt back. So you expect that every time Hester backpedals to the 16, starts to his right, up to the 20, 25, finds a seam to the 30, look out across the 40, he's got the punter to beat, 45, right sideline, 40, 30, he's to the 20, got a picket line, he'll score, touchdown, Chicago. Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. That's what I said when I saw him do it twice in a single game. His second return in St. Louis made me coin the phrase, Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. When the Bears and Colts were preparing for Super Bowl 41, there wasn't a player on the sidelines that didn't dream about this moment. And when the ball sailed through the Miami night sky, everyone knew what was coming. The ball lands at the 8, Hester's under it, to the 15, the 20, breaks free, 40, midfield, they won't catch him. Touchdown Chicago, the first man in history to return the opening kickoff of a Super Bowl for a score. Everybody was expecting him to do it, and he did it. People said, oh my god, this guy is ridiculous. Devin Hester is the best to ever play the position. His movements were so smooth. When he cut left to right, he was still going the same speed. Nobody was going to catch him. Devin Hester became the hot thing. At first people said he was just a special teams guy, but then he became a real receiver too. Hester wasn't just a football player, he was a myth, a nightmare for defenses, a highlight waiting to happen. KaVontae Turpin's story couldn't be more different from Devin Hester's. While Hester was a first-round sensation who became a star almost overnight, Turpin had to crawl through the shadows just to get a shot. Born in Monroe, Louisiana, in 1996, Turpin grew up undersized, 5'9", barely 155 pounds. Coaches told him he was too small, too fragile, but speed has no size, and when Turpin touched the ball, defenders vanished. At TCU, he was electric, a lightning strike in purple. Punt returns, kickoff returns, gadget plays, Turpin could score from anywhere on the field, but his career wasn't smooth. Off-field issues and doubts about his frame left NFL scouts cold. In 2019, his name was never called. While Devin Hester was breaking records as a rookie, Turpin was watching the draft from home, his dreams slipping away. But he refused to quit. Turpin went where no NFL hopeful wanted to go, the football wilderness. He played in the fan-controlled league. He played in the USFL, small paychecks, small crowds, but big moments. Every snap was survival, and slowly his highlight reel started making noise. Then came 2022. The Dallas Cowboys took a chance, and in the preseason, Turpin made the world pay attention. Not once, but twice, he housed kickoff returns in the same game. Overnight, he went from forgotten to feared. The doubts about his size didn't matter anymore, because when you can hit 22.36 miles per hour on a football field, no one cares how tall you are. They only care that they can't catch you. At his pro day, Turpin ran a 4.31 in the 40, blazing fast, nearly a tenth of a second quicker than Hester's combine time, and then came the in-game proof. Using NFL Next Gen stats, Turpin was tracked hitting 22.36 miles per hour on a single play. That's Ferrari speed on a football field.
Back to the 25. Turpin racing toward the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 35. Cowboys will start from there.
One you got to catch, and if he catches it, he's got a chance to make one man miss, which he probably does, and he picks up the first down.
Here's Turpin on the return. Got a block. And is knocked down just inside the 35.
Eagles fan. 20-0. Turpin from 4 deep, going to give it a whirl. Going to get something happening down the sideline. He's got this great return knack across the 40, turns on the Jets, right into his own man, and that may have been the only thing to stop him. What a return. KaVontae Turpin has that gear.
Needed something electric to get his team back in this game, and he turned it over to the guys about as electric as it comes. Turpin has really just been so fantastic. Had those 2 big touchdown returns.
For context, Hester's top recorded game speed never reached those heights. On paper, there's no debate. Turpin is faster. But football isn't a track meet, and this is where the debate begins. Hester didn't need to be the fastest because he was the smartest. His cuts were lethal. His ability to anticipate coverage lanes made defenders trip over themselves. He had a vision that turned good returns into history-making plays. He wasn't the straight-line fastest man, but he was the most dangerous man with a football in his hands. Turpin, meanwhile, has the raw speed, but he's still writing his legacy. He has yet to match Hester's dominance, but he's already proven something. In terms of stopwatch-tested speed, he might be the fastest returner the NFL has ever seen. So here's the real question. What matters more, speed or greatness? KaVontae Turpin might beat Devin Hester in a race, but if the Super Bowl was on the line and you had to pick one man to field a kick, who would you choose? The raw sprinter from Dallas, or the legend who made history in Chicago? This isn't just a debate about speed, it's about legacy, instinct, and what it means to be the most feared man on a football field. So tell me, who's your pick? Devin Hester, the GOAT returner, or KaVontae Turpin, the fastest man alive?